I know not what I'm going to title this video. I'm just going to speak from my heart. Now, I'm going to speak from my soul, which is deeper than my heart, alright? I'm going to speak it all. I'm going to speak my true feelings in this video. Let me get a little closer to y'all because I want to make sure y'all can hear what I'm saying. So, while I was editing, I realized that there's a dang red bra behind me. How embarrassing. Y'all gonna have to see that bra for the whole freaking video. The whole video! The whole freaking video. I'm sorry. At least the bra is cute. Shit. I'm sorry. By the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Sydney. That's Sydney Island. Island with a Y, not an S. I also have another channel called Itty Bitty Black Alien, which will be loaded with hilarious story times from my very embarrassing life experiences due to immaturity and stupidity. Also, fashion videos and beauty videos are going to be on that channel, so it's going to be exciting. So, the link for that channel will be in the description box below. Okay, and also hit the thumbs up before I get into this video and subscribe to this channel and subscribe to the other channel. I haven't posted or filmed in a week because I was having some health issues. I believe my kidneys may have been mildly infected. I don't really know for a fact. But I'm taking care of it and I feel a lot better now. Lilith in Cancer is coming out very soon. I just gotta like deal with some shit in my life. Why did I sound southern, like mad southern just now? Anyways, it feels good to be in front of the cameras again. Mostly because I was bedridden for a minute. But I'm gonna speak from my heart. I'm gonna speak from my soul. The first thing I want to talk about is walls and being guarded, and how that's really not good for you. It seems like it's good for you sometimes in the moment, but it's really not. I need to accept that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have emotion, okay? I need to tell myself that. It's okay to have emotion, sis. It's okay to have feelings. You're a female, you cry, boo-hoo, despite the fact that I'm not on my period, okay? I'm not PMSing, I'm just emotional, okay? Judge me. I be judging myself for crying. I be judging myself for being emotional. But at the same time, I am very accepting of the fact that I'm emotional. It's a mixture of both. But that being said, I am very proud of myself for all the self-discovery that I have, had recently. I quit my job a couple months ago and I decided to focus on myself. I don't recommend it if you don't have any other way of making money. It was very stressful. But I now have another job and I will be working tomorrow. My first day of work is actually tomorrow. It's just another retail job. It's just to make money to be able to help my mom pay bills or whatever. And to be able to save up so I can move out. I'm a little embarrassed about that, but it is what it is. But I have been very guarded, because of life, the past. You make mistakes. And you feel like, okay, well, shit, nothing I do and say is ever going to be good enough, so let me shut down. You know what I mean? And I kind of, feel that way, with people in my life sometimes. Just feeling kind of like, okay, well, you don't like the way I do this. You don't like the way I do that. You don't like the way I breathe. You don't like the way I talk. You don't like the way I dance. Okay, maybe I'm, just throwing that in there. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. But everything about me, right, is a problem. So let me just shut down. So being guarded, it not only stops you from being able to, yes, it stops you from, God, find your words, sis. It's not Mercury retrograde right now. Yes, it may stop you from dealing with trauma and drama and arguing, but it also stops you from being able to feel positive emotions as well. It's like you can't have one without the other. If you cut yourself off from the negative emotions and feelings, or you cut yourself off from people so that you won't feel certain feelings and experience certain things, you also cut yourself off from feeling good feelings as well, like joy. You know what I'm saying? And like, you may think that being vulnerable is just a flat out terrifying, awful thing, but I assure you it's not, actually. It's liberating. And I had this situation, I don't know why I'm calling it a situation, this date with this guy, and he was playing his guitar for me, and it was very beautiful when he was singing, and it was just the two of us at night, and I don't know, something happened, something came over me, and I just felt really safe and really comforted, and I started crying. Yeah, on the first freaking date. That's me. On the first freaking date, I started crying, and once he was finished playing his guitar, I turned to him and I said, I feel like my walls are coming down, and I think it was because he just made me feel safe, and comfortable, and I just felt like everything was just right in that moment. And I'm not talking about the dude. This is private information. I'm not talking about my love life with y'all right now. Maybe 3 months from now, I'll give y'all an update on my love life. It's not that y'all really care, but just in case y'all do, you know. I ain't talking about that. I started crying and I told him, I said I felt like my walls was coming down. And it was a really beautiful feeling. It was a really beautiful feeling. Just to feel that I could allow my walls to come down. You know, all I did was I just breathed and I just felt the moment and my walls just came down. And I think that sometimes, yeah, it just gave me a whole epiphany just now. I just breathed, felt the moment, and my walls came down. My walls came down. My walls came down. I'm so glad the sun is out. I was emotional. I was crying. I feel like I said that in every single like chit chat video that I was crying. Like, yeah, I was crying before this video, you guys. I was crying because I'm so emotional and my nails look so ugly. Don't look at them. And it's supposed to be white. And then I started drawing with color pencils and then they turned gray. Gray! They went from this faded blue white to gray. Ew. Ew. Back to what I was saying. Take your walls down, honey. Take it down. Just a little bit. You don't have to take them all down all at once. You don't have to just say, here, this is everything about me. This is every inch of me. I am giving it all to you. You don't have to do that. But just take it one step at a time. And know and understand that the person that you're hiding, why am I putting quote fingers? Ignore the quote fingers. The person that you're hiding is beautiful. And maybe if you just showed her a little bit more, she would get the appreciation and the love that she deserved. The love that you desire. And that really kind of like touches me because I'm talking to myself. But being an introvert sometimes is hard because you want that social interaction and you want that love and you want that attention, but so many thoughts plague your mind and it's just like, oh my gosh, what if they reject me? What if they think I'm ugly? Oh my gosh, they're gonna hate me. Oh my gosh, they're gonna there's always these what ifs. What if I'm just not good enough? And who's to say that you needed to be good enough for anybody except for yourself? Once you're completely and totally good enough to you, it doesn't really matter if you're good enough to anybody else. And I think that's one of the biggest and greatest life lessons. And I'm very thankful for the isolation that I had when I quit my job because I started reading the Bible more and meditating more, and I just felt a certain level of connection to myself that I never had before. And I thought, you know, a little bit of me was like, damn, I let go of that job. It paid pretty well. Was that really a good decision? Like, was that just one of God's blessings that I didn't take? And yeah, it was. God gave me a blessing, and that job was one. But I declined it. And the beautiful thing that I have realized literally like a week ago is that it's okay. It's okay that you didn't see it as a blessing at the time. You saw it more as a burden and you declined it. It doesn't mean that God won't send you another blessing, because God has. He sent me another job and it only pays a little bit less than the other, than the first blessing. So that's something that I had to learn. God is not ever going to skip over you. Never. God always has a plan for you. God always wants to give you something. God always wants to help you to improve your life. And you should always want you to improve your life. But that being said, I was watching Super Time with Arrows and Jade Fox. And, you know, they just had their little reunion, Super Time reunion. These are YouTubers, by the way. I love them both. I feel like they're freaking excellent representations of African American queer women. They have, you know, great sense of humor, great sense of fashion, great content, and I just love watching them, and they inspire the crap out of me. And then just posted a video, and I was really inspired by what they were saying. You know, they were talking about just allowing yourself to pretty much just be. You know, you stop with the whole rise and grind thing and just allow yourself to sit down and just stare at the ceiling for a few minutes and be okay with that. Be okay with that. Stop trying to be this workaholic robot being.
This is not a dream.
You know, robo slave. Because a lot of us are robo slaves, stuck in the matrix, doing this 9 to 5. And that was literally me. And I think God put me on bed rest and gave me these kidney issues because I literally will not allow myself to rest unless I cannot help it. And I was in so much pain that I couldn't help but to lay in bed. Good thing I'm feeling better. I'm still in a little bit of pain, but it's not like ongoing and it's not as intense. But that's not a good thing for God to have to make you ill for you to sit your ass down. That's not good. Like, where to do that at? Take care of yourself. And that's also something I've learned. Your health is really important. I'm like, this is not a joke, okay? Health is not a joke. A kidney infection, you can die from that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, in my case, I think I just took too much vitamin D, which can cause issues. Like, I've had this before where I took too much vitamin D, and then I had really bad side pain, and I think that's really what it was. So it's like, I couldn't really help it. Like, it wasn't really my fault. But at the same time, I did have this reaction before, so it's kind of like, if you knew you had that reaction, why do it again? But whatever is the whole thing. Like, I think too damn much. Like, that's my problem. I think too damn much. But it's one of those things where it's like, you need to take care of yourself. And even quitting my job, you know, it made me think, like, I was so glad that I had the opportunity to meet my higher self and shit, you know, meet my higher self. You know, during that time, because I was, you know, experiencing a lot of isolation. I was by myself a lot. And I was, you know, fasting and talking to God, and I truly felt a certain energy that I've never felt before. Like, I was damn near like my soul was about to jump out my body and I was about to just freaking die, in a good way. But it was also like you need to always make sure that you have a certain amount of money coming in, because life, okay? And so I've learned my lesson, you know, and that's just what life is all about. Just because you deny a blessing that God sent you, it doesn't mean that's just it. That's just the end. Matter of fact, it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of other blessings. And when you can take a L, as they say, as the kids say, how you do the L? Take a L. Loser. Take a L. If you can just take that L and accept that you failed and accept that you made a mistake, things are a lot easier. Rather than if you resist and you're just pretty much just like, nah, like, everything's perfect, everything's fine. And it's also a thing that Arrows was saying. Like, she said that she kept telling herself, everything's fine. Oh yeah, her pronouns is they, I'm sorry. I think, it's her pronoun, I don't know. I'm not sure if her pronouns is they or she. Should I edit this video? Or should I just let it just be one of those obnoxious run-on videos where you just like, get to the freaking point? She was pretty much saying that she kept telling herself, like, I'm fine. And she kept saying, I'm fine. And then she was like, why do you have to keep telling yourself that you're fine unless you're not fine? And that was like a kind of like a aha moment for me, because I do that a lot, where I'm just like, I'm good, I'm strong, I got this, it's all, you know, just like a lot constantly throughout the day, like everything's okay, I'm fine. And it's literally because of anxiety, of being in a constant state of emergency and worry and crisis. And you have to constantly calm yourself down and just be like, everything's okay, everything's fine, because you're terrified and you feel that everything's not fine. Honestly, you don't feel that everything's fine, and that's why you have to keep telling yourself that everything's fine, because you're trying to calm yourself down. And that definitely was me. everything's fine, I'm fine. And the reality is that you're anxious. You're worried about the future. You're worried about being able to do everything that you set out to do. You worry about being able to be the woman of your dreams, you know, being able to have that career of your dreams, being able to make the money that you've always wanted to make, you know, being open to, you know, being able to marry the man that you've always wanted to marry, or the woman that you always wanted to marry, you know what I mean? Worrying, am I going to marry him? Is he going to come? Am I going to get those blessings? It's like that ongoing nagging worry. And when I started reading the Bible, okay, you don't have to read the Bible to have epiphanies or clarity. But when I started reading the New Testament, I got clarity on a lot of that. And God just reassured me. And I also learned about marriage and like how to prepare myself for marriage. And I learned that in order to be a wife, in order to truly know in your spirit that you're ready to be a wife, is to have a strong relationship with God first. Because God will tell you everything you need to know. And if you really are having that real, genuine relationship with God, you'll feel it, you'll know it. And you'll know everything you need to know to take the next step in your life. Because that's how good God is. God will give you everything you need to know, baby. He'll give you the energy. He'll give you the motivation. He'll give you the physical health and the physical strength. He'll give you the confidence. God can heal you just as long as you believe. And it's crazy because people listen and they don't think it's real. And that's the thing. If you don't think it's real, sweetheart, it's not real for you. But if you think it's real, it's definitely real for you. That's what it's all about, is belief. If you believe that you're not healed, you're not healed. If you believe there is no God and there is no hope, then that's pretty much going to be the underlying vibe of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I have this newfound faith in God that I didn't have when I initially quit my job. But during these past couple of months, I definitely have strengthened my relationship with God in a way that I am proud of. So, and I think the most valuable lesson that I've learned is that there is nothing that's impossible. When it comes to God, there is nothing that's impossible. 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 Just as long as you have the motivation, the faith, and the confidence. And even sometimes if you don't have the confidence, it doesn't mean that you can't do what you need to do. It doesn't mean that you can't live your dreams. Because it's normal to not have that confidence. And it's normal to not always have, like, that strength, you know? There's a certain amount of strength that I think human beings, like, make up. There's not even a real strength. Where we're just like, oh, I can just go on this hustle. I can do this. I can do that. I don't need a man. I don't need friends. I don't need blah, 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 blah. And it's like a fake strength because we need each other. And denying that, it doesn't make you strong. If anything, it weakens you, you know? And that's definitely something that I've learned. Yeah. Look at me, I'm all grown up. I'm all grown up, you know what I'm saying? I'm a woman now. I was a woman now. I was a grown woman now. You can't tell me nothing. I was all grown up. I was reading the Bible now. I was reading the Bible all the time. So I'm good. I'm good. And even in those moments where I feel like I'm not good, I'm still good. Because I pick up the Bible, honey, and I'm good. And I just read a Bible verse where God was like, don't lean on your own will, but lean on the strength of God. It's one thing to rely on your own limited human understanding, but to rely on God's profound divine understanding is a whole nother vibration. It's a whole nother... Listen, y'all, I'm not just saying this for no reason. I'm not just saying this for no reason, okay? Like, I'm not. There's just been a huge shift and a huge transition in my ability, in my emotional ability to navigate life events. unexpected life events. Like with this kidney stuff, it's like I feel like when you walk with God, it's just like you worry less because you know that everything happens for a reason. And a good reason. Very, very good reason. A reason that not only helps you, but it helps those around you. And even somebody all the way across the dang country, because we're all connected. And if something is good for me, it's going to be good for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I get the feeling that you know what I'm saying. Because you smart like that. You smarticles. You smarticles. Go to the library and read an article. What wrong with article? Anyway, it's a new day. Anyway, it's a new day. I can see the sun shining bright, baby. I'm feeling good. And I ain't even in the hood. So expect some more spiritual videos are coming about shadow work, videos on shadow work, even synchronicities. I made a video about synchronicities, but I'm gonna make another one, and I want to do it with a friend, like talking to a friend about synchronicities. I'm gonna do more like collaborations, you know, just videos with my friends and stuff like that. That's gonna be coming. Okay, it's coming. It's good. Listen. Hold up, pump the brakes. Don't rush me now. Okay, I promised y'all a comedy skit like 2 weeks ago, but shit happened. Okay, yeah, life happened. It's gonna come out when I can muster it out of my little black body. Okay, whenever I can get that out of me is when y'all will have it. Hopefully sometime within the month of July of 2021. Okay, don't rush me. All right, back up off me. All right. Oh yeah, back up off me. All right, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I want to end this video by saying this. Take my glasses off. Ooh. Do I look alright without my glasses? Oh, I look terrifying without my glasses. Oh my gosh, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Okay. I'm going to say this. Just breathe. That's my my advice for you. Just in case you were looking for advice. You may not have been looking for advice. You may not want any advice from me, but just breathe. It's all in your breath. Your ability to handle what's going on in the day is all in your breath. If you allow yourself to breathe, you can handle anything. It's that simple. Okay? And that's all I have for you, ladies and gents. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I love you all.